Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another League of Legends news video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a new post that Riot Games has posted at the League of Legends website. And before we get into the video, take a moment to subscribe. It just takes a second. It's free. Just go down there, subscribe, and like the video if you enjoy it. Alright, let's get to the video now. Okay, so quick gameplay thoughts. This was posted today, 5 hours ago. I'm recording this like 6 o'clock p.m. So yeah, so let's look over it. In patch 12.10, we will be introducing some changes to increase the durability of every champion on the roster to reduce the overall amount of damage in League. We're looking to accomplish this by increasing the following stats: base health per level, armor per level, and magic resist per level. The increase in durability also necessitates some adjustments to the surrounding systems of the Rift to make sure they are correctly tuned relative to this increased durability. These include nerfs to sustain and buffs to Baron, Turret, and mana regeneration. Now, before we dive deeper into what to expect with this update, let's look at how we got here and why I believe high durability is good for the game. Alright, right off the bat, they're buffing base stats. Let's keep reading about what they thought about before they did this whole thing, so we get so we see what they were thinking. So let's see. Why more durability? Devs and players agree. Apparently, there's currently too much damage in League. I agree. While tons of damage can be fun and exciting, we believe that increasing champions' defensive stats will be beneficial for letting players showcase their skill by giving them more opportunities for counterplay and to live out their high moments. Before talking about the changes themselves, we want to reassure you that we aren't trying to create a meta where there are no kills by 15 minutes into the game. There are actually quite a few things we like in the current state of League. Some pros of lower survivability include a sizable amount of players enjoy a high kill game. Sure, I guess. It leads to more exciting pro metas, and it rewards good plays with kills, which is much more satisfying than just forcing someone to recall. That said, lower survivability also has downsides which outweigh these positives. I somewhat agree about the whole. A lot of people like high kill games, but like it gets to the point where it's too much, I guess, because in a lot of games there's people that always want a team fight and they never want to split push or be passive. So sometimes they'll get Elder Drake, or the enemy will get Elder Drake or Baron, and people just want to fight. Like, there's no point, you're gonna lose the fight, like especially with Elder Drake. So I don't know about that. Let's read some more. Lower survivability leads to game states where squishy carries and supports in particular struggle to have an impact in the game due to being one shot with low counterplay in too many situations. When you're dying so fast and it's difficult to tell what kills you, game clarity takes a hit, which leads to frustrating experiences. Yeah, as an ADC player, that is a real struggle for me. Just getting one shot left, right, center, like, you can't survive a second without being like a team. Like in late game especially, it's so easy to be killed. I know for tanks, maybe even mid laners, it might not be that bad, but like for ACs especially, it's like it's cancer. On live, combat can sometimes be overly rewarding when high threat champions only need to use a portion of their kit to secure a kill. Yeah. Ideally, players should have to play around the champion's key skill test to hit those satisfying combos. Example, Zed's triple shuriken. Long term, we think poor skill tests make playing your favorite champions a lot less satisfying. That's an issue though. Them only using like one ability to kill you. That is like Zoe Q, I guess. But like the exception is you have to like go from far to like hit it like with your ult and everything. It's like really skillful. But yeah, like Zed's triple shuriken, you don't have to hit every shuriken. And also like Irelia, out of all champions, they didn't mention Irelia. Irelia's the most dumbest champion in the game. She literally just auto attacks you to death. It's crazy. But it's busted ass champion, hasn't even been touched. But yeah, that's an issue. Another issue we've noticed with low survivability is that it creates abrupt and confusing team fights and skirmishes when champions die so quickly. Shorter team fights are hard to follow, limit the opportunities players have to make smart decisions, showcase their skills, and ultimately are living up to the epic clash of legend. One of the most enjoyable parts of the league. We want to create more opportunities. Okay, so essentially what they're saying is they just want to give more opportunities for other champions, more so squishy champions, to have better team fights, I guess. That's literally what I took from this. That they just want to even out the damage. Because yeah, I agree, there's a lot of damage in the game right now. We're gonna have to see what happens with this, how this affects the game. I agree with like a lot of their points in here. Some of them I disagree with, but you know, it's not that the ones I disagree with aren't really the main points of the game, of the article. So let's see what to expect. We still think that League is at its best with fast pace and high intensity combat, but now that it's gone too far in that direction, we need to rein it back a bit. We don't think any particular champions, items, or systems are out of line, even if they may have contributed to the root cause, which is why we're increasing durability across the board rather than removing or toning down specific offensive sources. Here's a TLDR on what you can expect in game with champions that really update. Okay. Players will feel that their champions are dealing and taking less damage. Okay. Burst champions must commit more resources or be further ahead to get quick kills. Bigger windows of opportunity for counterplay, and skirmishes and teamfight will last longer. Okay. I agree with the first three. Lastly, not so much. That's one thing that's kind of on the fence for me, because I'm not that big of a fan of really long team fights. Like, it's either one team is ahead or the other's not. Like, because out of everything they've said in this part, it's really just saying that they want to make team fights better, like longer. Because like, I get the whole like burst champions like Zed, Zoe, and stuff like that. They have to commit more, get quick kills and stuff like that, and that you have to be ahead. But that's already the game though. Like, if you're ahead of your opponent, you're gonna kill them. But I also see the side of, let's say you're a Fizz against a Yasuo maybe, or just another squishy champ, and the Fizz is gonna kill you. Like, I can see that. Like, the like AP champions will 100% kill you late game. Like they will scale to the point where they can fight you if you're fed and you're like Zed or something. They can just burst your ass. I get that, but the team fights thing, I know it's not as one of the main points. It's not as like affected. I don't know what the word is, but it's not that big of a main point of it. So I don't know about that. But you know what? Everything else is completely fine. Like, everything else is perfect. Like the burst champions, the counterplay mechanics, the dealing less damage, taking less damage. That's completely fine. But the team fights is kind of like where, I don't know. All right, but you can't really do anything about it, because if you have all these, you need to have that, and it's gonna happen anyways. So yeah, champion durability isn't the only thing we'll be adjusting. Increasing overall durability has a lot of knock-on effects. Notably, sustain becomes more powerful in preventing champions from reaching burst thresholds. So we are reducing sustain across the board. Other side effects we're looking at include map elements, Baron turrets, doing less damage. Okay. Champions running out of mana more frequently, and scaling champions staying alive more often to reach their win conditions. We've proactively adjusted some of the more well-known variables over the past few patches, and will continue to do so post-launch as they emerge. One subset of champions that will certainly be affected are burst damage dealers, not necessarily just assassins. We believe that champions should still be able to be burst killed, especially when out of position or playing poorly. High burst champions doing reasonably well should still be able to do 100 to 0 squishy champions with their full kit if they succeeded in passing their core skill test. If these champions are extremely ahead at multiple levels and 1,000 gold, then we think it is reasonable for them to kill any champion with only part of the kit. I agree with that. That is 100%. Yeah, I agree with that. Only because they have passed this core skill test many times. For any given amount of lead, burst champions will have to press 1 or 2 more buttons than before in order to secure 100 kills. Our intent with this update isn't to overnerf burst champions, so we'll keep an eye on them to make sure they're in a healthy spot. And I'm assuming this is going to monitor the launch. And that's the article. We don't want to move to a meta where tanks become unkillable. Burst champions are rendered as obsolete. That's also a thing. I'm kind of worried about is tanks. I didn't even think about that until they mentioned it. I don't know how they're gonna balance this. You might as well just nerf the hell out of burst champions. Like, as basically what they're talking about, right? If you're gonna buff all of this to every champion, that's gonna affect every tank as well. And I don't know how they're gonna manage to balance this out. Like top lane, like tanks are gonna be unkillable. I don't know how they can even balance it out. It's completely up in the air. Like, I don't know. But yeah, my thoughts are basically I agree with most of the stuff. The whole burst champions. It's basically a burst champion nerf. Like, honestly, like, it's completely unnecessary to do it to everyone. That's basically what they're saying. They're nerfing burst champions. Like, you might as well not even change everyone. Like, but it's whatever. But if they see something else I don't see, or like, yeah, they can do it. But like, I don't know. It's kind of sketchy for me. But yeah, if you guys want to let me know what you guys think about it in the comments, let me know. If I'm being dumb, let me know about it, because clearly I'm probably not seeing a bigger picture here or something. But if you guys want to say something about it and let me know anything, what you guys think, leave it in the comments. If you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video if you enjoy, if you found it informatory. Is that even a word? I don't know. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I will study on that one, and I'll see y'all next time. See ya.